Chris, I don't know where to start with this film. You've made a movie that primarily is a horror comedy, but you've snuck in romantic comedy, buddy cop drama, revenge thriller. How were you able to sustain a tone when you're dealing with that many different genres?
I think at the end of the day, because it's about the characters and their situations, and again, hopefully all those things sort of dovetail together. It's just about how each of those pieces, there's math to the movie. You know what I mean? Each of those pieces should hopefully add up. Because Rebecca's going through a revenge story. She's also the inspiration for Renfield and the thing. In his story as him opening his eyes to the fact that he needs to walk away from Dracula, and the fact that Renfield's been, sort of hunting the abusers of codependent people in a meeting, and that's the thing that gets him, to come back to the Coda meeting and the Codependent Anonymous meeting, and get advice from the team and the people in the meeting. It all kind of hopefully dovetails together, and they feed off of each other and add up to the moment where where they confront Dracula at the end of the movie.
It's a very fast-paced, frenetic film, and I think that actually benefits what you're doing here quite a bit. Even those moments that maybe are slightly slower than others, there's kind of this forward acceleration that we take with Renfield from beginning to end. Was that intentional?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like movies like this especially. I mean, we're not making Oppenheimer. You know what I mean? Like we're making a fun horror comedy, and I think those movies should, I think comedy plays better. Fast is funny. Comedy plays better when it's faster, and you're trying to build laughs, and it's an action movie, so those things should be fast paced. I think having there's enough movies out there that are 2.5 hours long. I think having a good solid 90 minutes is a good length for a movie like this.
Going in, I think a lot of us expected violence. It's a Dracula film. It's and horror comedy tends to take violence to a different level, but it's not necessarily realistic. Talk about using practical or digital effects, kind of the idea of how far you were willing to push the not really gore. It's just the violence and blood splatter in this film.
Yeah, I mean, I was very influenced by Sam Raimi, and especially Evil Dead 2, and Peter Jackson's early movies like Dead Alive and stuff like that. Those movies to me are a lot of fun. It's a kind of comedy called splatstick humor. It's a splatstick comedy, and there's something it's over the top. Kill Bill is another example in certain scenes in Kill Bill where it's just completely over the top, and it's just something that's like a lot of fun. You don't see it a lot, and having an opportunity to be able to do something in that world and have fun with it, because like you said, it's not Saw and Hostel. It's not meant to be scary, gory, or disgusting gory. It's meant to be fun. It's supposed to make you laugh, and that's why we colored the movie. Overall, that's why I colored the movie the way that I did. Because I wanted it to have a lightness to it and a sense of fun. It wasn't meant to be desaturated, and it was meant to be very saturated and poppy. And the color, the blood itself is not a color that occurs in nature or in any kind of blood in anywhere. It's something that's meant to be expressive and almost cartoonish in a way, and that's what hopefully will make it kind of fun and take it out of the realm of scary gore and more into like fun.
Right, that's definitely how I saw it. I did see the early Peter Jackson influence, the sort of tomato paste flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Great. So I appreciate making this film. I love that you made it as tight as it is. Hopefully a lot of people go see this and have a good time.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. It's really nice of you. Thank you.